So the next presenter is Serge Valéry Zongo from ITU. So Serge Valéry Zongo is Program Officer at ITU, UN Lead Agency for Information and Communication Technology, and Cybersecurity Focal Point for Africa region. He worked the last decade in information technology and management field at Intelsat, Teleglobe, and Sonatel, where he was in charge of planning and architecture of transport and IP network. He currently facilitates the work of ITU in Africa region in the development of strategy for cybersecurity and programs, initiative implementation for the benefit of the member state of the ITU, including providing assistance in establishing capabilities such as national search, cybersecurity, and strengthening coordination and cooperation within the United Nations system. So, Serge, the floor is yours.
Bonjour. I want to make my presentation in French. But the slides are in English, so I think that you won't miss the information. Donc, je vais commencer par remercier.
I would like to start thanking AFRINIC and Africa Third for having this platform here today for the conference. We must encourage them, as the first two speakers just said, to fight cybercrime and to tackle the security issue. We must encourage all that concerns discussions and sharing of information. I will do a brief presentation all concerning cybersecurity and cybercrime in Africa. We'll talk about that and then introduce to you to a partnership and introduction for all concerning the African cyberspace. We will start rapidly by and give you some figures. After that, I will rapidly remind you the mandate of the ITU concerning cybersecurity and introduce to you what we have as partnerships to fight this issue. And then I'll end by presenting you the big world global initiatives concerning cybersecurity. When we're talking about cybersecurity, I think the figures that you can see here says everything. We have, anyway, at Symantec has estimated as 378 million victims per year, which means there's about 12 victims per second, which is huge. We note that the study done estimates that the different vulnerabilities or weaknesses concerning the passwords. Today, the identification of passwords is very weak. Following the bad use, there are a lot of vulnerability that can be exploited. Studies made by Big Defender estimates that more than 25,000 users that are easily found on the net
tout ce qui est password et tout ce qui est aussi
everything concerning passwords. What we note is that 75% of those passwords that we can easily find on internet are those that you can find again on Twitter. So if you make a link, you can find information on the different persons. So once more, after Symantec, we note that there has been raise of websites 62% in 2013, which is about 552 million people. Another problem that comes regularly is the weaknesses of websites that are hosted worldwide. I think that in the coming days we'll talk about this. You can note that the websites are very badly managed. The security is so weak that concerning those websites. And we note that the vulnerability of the sites is about 64% or 74%. So often most of the sites have not considered their security system seriously. I will end concerning figures from world tendencies. We note that there is an emergence of connections and people connected. Today, in each house, we have at least 5 or 6 tools that are connected. And this brings us to think that in the future, anyway, the business model will change. And we think that the economic model, that there will be 2.7 to 6.2 billion dollars in 2025. This will be a huge market and a huge economical impact. We also note, as I said before, the connection from tool to tool will change the type of model, and it is important for us, experts on this issue, is to introduce this in the cyber security in our mentalities. The fourth technology, the new technology, will bring a revolution to our world. We estimate that the financial impact will be of 1.7 to 2.2 American billion US dollars in 2025. It's a new market. It's a new way to use ITC to then improve cyber security. Concerning connections of different objects with the internet, we think there are 50 billion that be used in 2020, and today it is very important to rethink the infrastructure that will need to manage this communication tool and see that the standards that we impose to those infrastructures, that they could be worn and respect some criteria concerning cybersecurity. If not, the equipment that are connected will be always be hacked and under the threat of cybercrime. And this will bring, of course, huge problems. after having presented the figures of world tendencies, I will now come back on the mandate of ITU. The World Summit on Information that was held in 2003 and 2005 in Geneva in Tunisia. During the 2005 summit, we demanded at the ITU to all concerning cybersecurity, so that we can build a securized cyberspace. The Secretary General announced in 2007 the World Programme for Cybersecurity, which in English is GCA. This World Programme would be the collaboration between different actors and stakeholders, so that we can put at their disposal the expertise and support for all members of the ITU, which has 193 members. The 5 pillars of this program are legal measures, where ITU signed a contract with UNODC, which is the department in charge of crime and drugs, and we aim to to set all regulations and laws in a country so that they could fight for cyber crime. And European Union
à pouvoir un peu mettre en place la réglementation pour
the rules and regulation for the collective. The second pillar for concerning this agenda for the world cybersecurity. We must implement, set up all the procedures and techniques. Okay. Concerning the ITU has different standards, and third pillar is what all is concerning the organization. The structure of this organization has been set up so that we can work today with Impact and other partners, so that we can have different centers, and we work also with Symantec and other experts of cybersecurity, and have a platform to exchange our experience across all the member countries. Concerning the 2 other pillars, concerning capacity building and also international cooperation.
Donc, pour le programme de CERT, à date, nous avons en fait travaillé sur plusieurs pays dans le monde.
In fact, we have worked with several countries in the world.
Cybersécurité pour les pays, nous avons fait 56 dans le monde. Et nous avons implémenté 8 CERT. Il y a 6 qui sont en cours d'implémentation.
There are 6 centers are being set up. Well, as soon as you have more and more centers, concerning for the motivation of different centers and encourage collaboration between different experts. This is what we have now had 9 meetings up till now worldwide. Concerning Africa, and I think we have done an evaluation in 24 African countries, and what we've done by Africa CERT, and we then we study the laws of the country concerning cybersecurity, the level of competencies, and see how the CERT must be organized, and what is the level of competencies and decision. And concerning the different services and concerning different evaluation and the roadmap. So we have 7 centers in Africa, which is one that is still being set up in Burundi, one that will be ready in January 2015. And there's another one in Zambia that has just been finished in September 2014, where 14 countries were present. And of course, the Africa team was also there, where we made simulations of different threats. And then we come over with some recommendations and collaboration between different CERTs. One important initiative at the level ITU concerning cybersecurity. Now we have a partnership with ABR Research, and this aims at evaluating the needs of different countries concerning cybersecurity. And we share it with the different countries to answer the needs. We have ended the first part, and now we'll publish the results for the African continent in beginning of next year. So for Africa, the improvement of security in less advanced countries. Up till now, we have invested $500,000 for those countries, uniquely on the evaluation of the laws and all the procedures that exist in the country, and also to help to bring recommendations concerning the regulations and the technology. In Africa, we have 8 countries. Whereas in the worldwide master concerning less advanced countries, there are 49, and amongst them there are 34 countries on 49 that are concerned as worldwide less developed countries. And thus we must fund all these projects. I was saying before the beginning of my presentation, it's very important to find partnerships. If I remind you the different major partners for the cybersecurity. So we were working this year, in the beginning of the year, with Interpol. After the MOU that you've been working in this framework, we have organized seminars, regional seminars on cybercrime with MPAC and Interpol. I mentioned so that we have a partnership with UNODC, so this to her is will help countries concerning rules and regulations at the national level. In 2011, we signed an MOU with Symantec, and 2004 with Micro, that will be used to disseminate information in the member countries, so that all the countries could be at the same level of information, so that they could prevent all the protect themselves against all those strikes. I was talking about a search which is with which we work for the global security. We must estimate the needs concerning cybersecurity. we will try to help countries where we have already established a CERT, so that these more countries will be members of CERT. They're all quite mature already, and we accompany them so that they can be members of CERT. We work with regional centers. And we're working with Nigeria today to establish a national regional cybersecurity. And now we're working for a regional center, third regional center in Zambia. After I presented what we have done concerning cybersecurity, I'm sure there will be a place for everyone concerning cybersecurity at the political level and needs. It is now time to find a way to travail together. Here we present a few lines that are not exhaustive, of course, and see what is the global security. So there are some countries that have not answered yet, so it is good to work on this questionnaire. The partners are concerning the cyber security of a country. It is a priority today for Africa, so that we are all on the same level, so that cybersecurity is the same a bit everywhere. We still have something to do. Nous also must seek of cooperation concerning online communication and see how can we set up frameworks to work. We also have in 1 week in Uganda, there's an African seminar. See how we can, the state of and level of African countries, and how can we improve that type of protection. There are also studies that have been done. Of course, we have said and to work on different centers and work on different questions. It's now time to help us work with us. The last point is this. We have worked with the big certs in Africa. Okay, very open. And we must try to see how we can work out and see how the level, maturity level. All that I've presented are on the IT site, and you will see the link that you can see on the screen, and you can consult at any time so that we can work together. Thank you for your attention.
Merci beaucoup, Serge.
Thank you, Serge.
Today, no, for the morning. Is Sparky? So we know you are Sparky, right? Koichiro Kobiyama, JP Director, and also First Director. So thank you for being among us. Sparky will give us episode, which is the Asia Pacific Computer Emergency Response Team update. So Sparky, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Jean-Robert. Again, my name is Sparky from JPSED, and now since this June, I became the board member of First, so I represent 2 organizations here. And then, well, it's always my honor and pleasure to be part of this community, to participate in the AFRINIC AFNOG event. It was back in 2009. I attended the first AFRINIC meeting, AFRINIC13. We start from a very small room. Only few of us are there. Among the bigger community like AFRINIC, I think the star players are IPv6, DNSSEC, and security was really minor topics at the time. And well, now we are part of plenary right after the minister's speech. So I really have mixed feeling on that. Well, security is becoming a very important issue. That's good. And Africa said, and many of you have worked for it very much. So that's good. Very good side of this story. And the other side is, for example, Gabon government have been attacked by Anonymous in the last few months. And it was last week, AFRINIC website was compromised, defaced by some hackers. On the AFRINIC top page, I see insulting image files, and a few lines after that, security is an illusion. So they might be right. And then it was yesterday, one of Ghana government agency website was hacked and again compromised. So we achieved a lot, but still we have many things to do to prevent those things happen. And I have very limited time, and my key message today is, okay, I skipped all these slides. I have only one message for you today. Africa needs both regional and national effort simultaneously or alongside. So that should be parallel effort. And with this slide, I'd like to briefly touch upon APSAT activity and prove that my hypothesis is legit. So in Asia, we have national CSAT in various countries, including China, Japan, Australia, India, and, well, I could say almost all countries, they now have national CSAT. And some of the national CSATs, including Japan, Singapore, Australia, once realized that we need to have regional collaboration mechanism among Asia. This is because, for example, Config1, NIMDA, all those security threats affect the whole internet. However, there are several regional threats as well. For example, the vulnerability to Asian language processor and so on. So definitely we saw the value setting up the regional information sharing mechanism. So that's why we started to recruit many other Asian countries to be part of APSAT. And APSAT right now is, as shown in this table, APSAT focus is regional coordination and information sharing. We do have annual cybersecurity exercise, and also we do joint situational awareness, which means once in a year we ask all the member states how good, how bad their security situation is, and then we issue APSAT annual report for awareness purpose. That's the key focus of regional effort like APSAT. In the other hand, national CSAT in Asia, their key focus is protecting their customers, constituents, their national government, and so on. And they have, more stable funding, more rich human resources, so they could have they could go into the very technical, advanced analysis. So the key focus, I'd like to repeat, the key focus is different. And then how we respond to an incident is also different. So for regional forum like AP said, incident response is really for country or economy where there's no CSIRT. We still have countries like Nepal, a few others in Asia. For those countries, since there's no national point of contact or, well, people who can talk to the security community out of their country, so APCID can work for them, but for the security incident, for example, to India, that should be done. That should be managed by Indian CERT. So with that, we have very clear demarcation or clear line of separation of duty there. And then leadership, APCID have, we have been doing this for 10 years already. So we have very clear, very written, documented procedures. And then once in a year, we have an election. Any member who want to stand up can stand up, and the result of the election, 10 steering committee members, and among those 10 steering committee members, 1 chair will be decided. So it's crystal clear process. Everyone have 1 vote. It's really the chair will be determined by their vision or what they've done in the past. And national CSIRT, its leadership is really different country to country, region to region. So, and the last one, funding. You might be surprised, but APCID doesn't have any bank account. Means we do not collect money. Actually, we are very simple organization. We may ask software vendor, hardware vendor like Microsoft to support the trip. For example, people from, developing area wants to participate in our APCID conference. We ask vendors to cover that travel cost, but that's all. And for national CSIRT, they need much money. And in most cases, national government pays it, and other cases, domain name registry, CCTLD registry, or university or industry association will cover the operational cost of CSIRTs. And from national effort to regional effort, national effort like JP-CERT or Korea CERT can contribute AP-CERT by providing the human resources or by providing the security threat information. And AP-CERT can contribute each national CSIRT like JP-CERT, Korea CERT by providing the, opportunity of collaboration or forum of information exchange. So, I've had few, comments, opinions, suggestions from people from various countries saying, they have something with current Africa CERT. And always I respond them, you should be part of, or you are the part of Africa CERT, and why don't we come to this meeting and speak up and see if, who can fix that problem. Really, my goal or my dream is better cyberspace in Africa. And with that purpose, I don't mind if Africa CERT gone in next few weeks. At least who can who can take cover, who can play the same role as Africa said taking right now. Well, really for people who have national CSAT already, please come to this meeting and talk to current AFRICASAT members, including John Robel, Jack, Marcus, and I really ask you, not only asking AFRICASAT to do something for your country, it might be for you to do something for AFRICASAT. Again, episode, after 10 years, all members found regional cooperation went really well, and we do need organization like episode. So you'll be, so I think AFRICASAT is very, how do I say, the future of AFRICASAT is very bright if you can help them. And if not, I don't know. Still, I will be here. But anyways, with that, I really ask your collaboration with AFRICASAT, and I really ask AFRICASAT to work closely with each regional or national effort. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sparky. So I have a dilemma. We have 1 hour for the lunch, and we have questions. So I will let you decide. Can we go to the lunch, come back, take maybe 2-3 questions, and move on the afternoon program? So the afternoon program, we have Gianpiero Nani from Symantec, who will give a presentation on towards a robust and uncompromised security posture, the policy for the cybersecurity journey. Then Narayan, many of you know him here. He is the law enforcement coordinator for AFRICASAT. Will give a presentation on identifying area of collaboration between CERT and law enforcement agency. Then Foy from APWG will give a presentation on building a unified response to cybercrime. Then Kalim from Mauritius CERT will give a presentation on building a national cybersecurity strategy. So what do you prefer? Do we go to lunch now for 45 minutes and come back? Okay, deal. Thank you. Please join me to thank the speaker of this morning.